Alright, Forest fans, Max Newton here on Talk Forest TV. Hit that like, comment and subscribe button. Giving you a quick preview of Nottingham Forest at home to Newcastle United on Sunday. Big game, all big games in the Premier League, but it feels like this is a real good test for Forest. And you know what, I think we are due a win at home to Newcastle. We've been cheated by the Geordies twice in the Premier League. And we're very, very unlucky, I thought, to go out to Newcastle on penalties in the League Cup, where really that, a second string Forest team that was, every single player that started that game, bar Elliot Anderson, were players that were fighting for the places rather than players that had their shirts. And we outplayed Newcastle. I thought we looked superb that game, and really, really unlucky to lose on penalties. So we go into the game full of confidence. 3 wins on the bounce? Some really good wins, and the win against West Ham, the first win in the Premier League since we've been back in, where it's just felt comfortable, where we've not felt like there's any jeopardy in the game at all because we've been well on top, and all you could see was more goals coming from Forest, and not fearful from corners, not fearful from crosses or set pieces. And just a really, really, really enjoyable afternoon of football, and everybody in the ground enjoyed it, and you could see all the players thoroughly enjoyed it. The players that started, the players that came on, to a man, were excellent, and I think they really enjoyed vibing off the crowd at the end. And then we got back to the Trent Navigation and enjoyed vibing to some Eminem live on stage at Trent Navigation. Who'd have thought it? But my name is Max Newton, and I'm going to talk to you about the game that's coming up. And I think Forest will probably start the same starting lineup as started against West Ham. So really, really settled back four, which is setting us in really, really good stead for this Premier League campaign. I think the midfield, I think Dominguez and Yates keep their places in midfield. I think Morgan Gibbs-White starts, and I think Callum Hudson-Odoi and Anthony Elanga are on the wings, because big old fat Dan Burn can't handle the pace of Elanga and Hudson-Odoi, and I'll expect them to be sending big old fat Dan Burn to the shops for a packet of 20 Marlborough once they get running at them. It's going to be superb. Chris Wood's going to get another couple of goals against the Geordies, who thought they had our pants down when they sold him to us for 25 million, and now they're stuck with Callum Wilson and rubbish centre forwards like that. And we've got the form player in the league, and quite rightly Premier League Player of the Month. So I think Newcastle play quite a high line. I think their defence is slow. In pace and slow of thought as well. So I think Forest playing on the front foot, Morgan Gibbs-White pulling the strings and getting the ball out to Elanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi, I think could just tear Newcastle apart. That's where I see the goals come in. Lovely to see Chris Wood score. I think Elliot Anderson will probably come on maybe 60, 70 minutes. And it'd be lovely to see Elliot Anderson score. Elliot Anderson's due a goal also. I'd also say Milenkovic and Murillo are due goals. There's a lot of people due goals, so could we be looking at 4 or 5? I don't know. Newcastle are a funny old team. They could fold just like that, and we could bang in a few. So I'm going to go for Nottingham Forest 3, Newcastle United 0. Goals from Chris Wood, Elliot Anderson, and Milenkovic doing my fantasy team incredible wonders. Newcastle complaining and whining. Eddie Howe for the chop. Forest securing, stabilising third place in the Premier League, point behind Man City, who have fallen the F off. And me and Nate going to Man City away for our first Premier League away game. Looking forward to that on the 4th of December. Bring on the international break. Let's enjoy it. Let's see teams at the bottom like Saints and Wolves sacking their managers, and we'll just enjoy the international break. Enjoy watching Morgan Gibbs-White play for England. Enjoy watching Murillo play for Brazil. And looking forward to a tricky run of fixtures, but all teams that are definitely beatable. The way Forest play. So Big game. Let's have a lot of noise like we did against West Ham. And let's do Newcastle because we owe them. Come on, you Reds.